Hello, everybody. Time for another episode of In the Glow. I am Deborah Kilgore, Director of Educational Programs at 폴라초이스, and
I am Shaylee Heindel. I am the Product Education Specialist at 폴라초이스.
And what we thought we'd do today is bust some of those myths. So some of these skincare myths are just ones that they keep coming around and keep kind of recycling. So
yeah, and they're ones I think Paula herself has been combating her whole career.
Since some of her earliest books. So we kind of just want to set the record straight. And we realize that there's a lot of people that are new to 폴라초이스 brand, and I think this is just a good opportunity to go over a few of these.
Yeah.
So.
And like anything else that we say here, everything is research-driven, fact-based. So maybe in 5 years, maybe something we say here won't necessarily be the same, but it all depends on what the research says, what's substantiated. It's never our opinion. It's following the facts, following the research, and what does that really say all the time?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. You know, Paula's been obviously talking about this stuff for a long time, and of course we've had to pivot sometimes, and that's because that's what the research dictates. So I think that's a great point.
Is there a myth that says your skin can only regenerate so many times, so you shouldn't start using retinol too early? Does that sound familiar at all? Or is that like is there any truth to that statement?
Yeah, I think there's some confusion. No. I think there's confusion related to, there's a couple things underlying there, right? So I think some people confuse retinol with exfoliation, and some people are concerned that they could over-exfoliate, but that's not true. If it's tied to exfoliation, if that's what someone is thinking, and maybe using it is like regenerating too many skin cells too fast, that's just not the way that those products work.
Or wondering if there's a finite number of times that your skin cells turn over the course of your life. That's not true. With exposure to environmental damage, with age, time, your skin can slow down in its ability to turn over dead skin. But that's why we use well-formulated
I was going to say, that's one of
exfoliants.
the reasons you would want to use a retinol.
Yeah.
So exfoliation is getting those dry dead surface skin cells off. Retinol is really talking to your skin and helping them kind of, just regulate and generate better skin cells.
Absolutely. And then retinol does not thin your skin. It's not, you're going to start using it in your 20s, and then by the time you're 50, you've got paper-thin skin. It's not going to be the case. You're actually probably going to be looking pretty good as long as you're wearing sunscreen.
Exactly.
Without retinol.
Yep.
Awesome. Moving on, natural is better.
I know a lot of people think it is. No.
No,
Not necessarily. Hard pass. I'm gonna pass it. But again, this is one of those things that you see it kind of everywhere and all the time, and there's a lot of misinformation, I think, when it comes to natural ingredients, because of course there are brilliant natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
And we actually have a line that is dedicated to natural, but at 폴라초이스 we really kind of love that perfect balance of nature and science, right? So there's bad ingredients, bad natural ingredients, just like there are good ones.
Yeah, and I found with a lot of natural products, they tend to have additional natural ingredients that can sensitize your skin. So essential oils, anything fragrant that make it more spa-like, those ingredients can make your skin sensitized. Over time, you might not see it right away, but if you do prefer to use the natural version versus the synthetic version of these natural ingredients, then we've got our source for you that are free of the irritants, but you're still getting a natural-based formula.
Sometimes I get a little bit of tingling when I put on an AHA. Is that okay?
I think that's a great question, because I think with active products like that, there can be an immediate sensation. So one thing you have to do is gauge, like, how much is it tingling, right? So if you notice it, and it's subtle and it dissipates really quickly, we would say that's okay. But if it's really tingling or stinging and that lingers, well, first of all, rinse that off, and then we probably need to talk about something else for you.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that all AHAs are going to result in that same tingling sensation. Maybe you just have an AHA product that's too strong, or maybe you've use some other products that are causing your skin to be sensitized, and now you're going back to your regular routine, and that AHA is now tingling.
Yeah.
So it's taking a look back at what other products you've been using, and then it might just merit just a step down. You might need to apply it less frequently, but your skin always knows best. So if it persists, if it lasts longer than, you know, maybe just a couple seconds, it's worth reconsidering.
Yeah. That's where our customer service team, and we always give them a nod, but that's where they really can kind of walk you through that if you have specific questions. And I think one of the products, and they're getting better. Like, there's really great toners on the market now, but toners were kind of notorious for like that after application tingle sensation.
Yeah, I mean, loaded with anything from SD alcohol to natured alcohol that gives you that really astringent finish to menthol,
peppermint, camphor, any of those you want to shy away from. So using an option like a toner that doesn't include those ingredients and actually has a load of skin beneficial ingredients is a great alternative.
Absolutely.
So drinking water takes care of dry skin.
False.
False.
It does not. Dry skin is your skin type versus dehydration, which even drinking 2 gallons of water, a gallon of water, isn't going to necessarily fix even dehydrated skin. But dehydrated skin is a skin condition that you're dealing with that could change. It could fluctuate. You can exacerbate it by going on planes to using irritating ingredients. You might see dehydration come and go.
Yeah.
But dry skin,
that is your
that's
skin
you.
type. And it's really more about, and I don't want to use the word managing, I feel like that's not right, but it is kind of more about managing dry skin and using products that are going to give, essentially dry skin is lacking some of the natural lipids and oils in skin that would make it feel, you know, more soft and less dry. So replenishing those with skincare products is really the best way to go. Water just can't do that, because really, if it could, then we wouldn't need some of these products. We could just drink a bunch of water and problem solved, right? But I know people who drink a ton of water and still have dry skin.
Is using BHA during the morning and at night too much for skin?
depending on your tolerance, twice a day can be totally fine, especially if you are prone to really stubborn pore congestion. If you are worried about over applying, maybe you just apply in the areas that you do notice either redness, pore congestion, bumps, blemishes, things like that, as opposed to applying it all over. Maybe you only apply it all over once a day or every other day.
Yeah.
But twice a day, fundamentally, as long as it's not irritating your skin, it's not tingling, it's not overly sensitizing, totally fine.
Yeah, I think we have quite a few, consumers and employees who mentioned that they exfoliate twice per day, and that works really well for them to keep their, skin clear and glowing. So.
Absolutely.
Hello Gregory Official is wondering if a salicylic acid cleanser followed by a glycolic acid toner would be irritating, or if they would deactivate each other.
Well, they won't deactivate each other, and there would be some, so there's, I think, a 0.5% salicylic acid in our clear cleanser. And so cleansers, because they're rinse-off products, that salicylic acid isn't remaining behind. It's a great prep to, let's say, the rest of the clear routine, right? Kind of kicks things off. But it wouldn't be too much, because essentially you'd be, that cleanser you rinse away, and the AHA is what would remain. So no issues there.
Yeah, and just making sure that that cleanser doesn't have any harsh surfactants that could be irritating the skin. Because let's say applying both back to back does cause some sensitivity. It's hard to distinguish what is actually causing it if the formula itself isn't well formulated from the get-go. And then with the AHA toner, some of those AHA toners in that liquid form can be kind of instantly absorbed by skin and might be more inclined to cause some irritation faster. So
versus like a lotion or a gel, right?
Which has a more kind of slower absorption rate. So if it doesn't cause you any sensitivity, go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with that, but just making sure that if it does, take a closer look at the formula.
Great. We have time for one more question. My Angel Hess is wondering what products should they use to tackle dark spots dark spots on the body?
First off, wear your sunscreen. That's going to help prevent them from worsening, getting more.
From getting darker, yeah.
And then as far as dark spots on the body,
I mean, the thing is, they're no different than dark spots on your face, right? So dark spots are dark spots are dark spots, no matter where they are, and which means those same sort of ingredients, which I think you were going to go into, will apply.
Yeah, so my favorite way of treating that is by using our 10% AHA body lotion and then mixing in some C15. That way you're getting the brightening benefits of vitamin C at a pretty concentrated level at 15%. And then mixed in with the AHA, AHA can soften the appearance of discoloration while allowing for that vitamin C to work a little bit more effectively by kind of clearing the way of that dead skin.
Yeah.
And then sunscreen.
And
always.
sunscreen. And I think if there's deep discolorations, or let's say you've already tried the C15, then that's when we can look at other options. We have a C25, which is 25% ascorbic acid, and then the skin lighteners, which are AHA or BHA. Those are our dark spot erasers.
Absolutely. But the booster is so easy to add in. I would say
It
start
is.
there.
Yeah, start there for sure.
And you can also get the antioxidant benefits applying it on your face as well, so head to toe. And then if that doesn't work, there are more targeted options like Deb was saying. Perfect. Well, thanks for tuning in,
I think that's
guys.
it. We got through our little list here. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we look forward to chatting with you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.